Watch every UFC fight.
Beautiful knockout.
Relive all the greatest moments.
And it's all over.
Whether you want to catch up on the ones you've missed or look back on the greatest UFC battles. Fight Pass has every UFC event since the beginning. Available anytime, anywhere. UFC Fight Pass, the ultimate mixed martial arts library. Go to UFCFightPass.com now to start your free week.
They call me many things.
Call me many things.
An instigator.
The king speaks however he wants.
A motivator. Now they'll call me
a king.
An all-new season of The Ultimate Fighter premieres Wednesday at 10 on Fox Sports 1.
Before a stacked card of some of the UFC's most exciting stars, UFC 191 starts here. Two powerful warriors.
Another big shot from Pearson.
7 knockouts each.
Oh, good right hand by Felder.
When these two fight, it's the fans that win.
That was absolutely outstanding.
Plus, Bantamweight heavy hitters. UFC 191 prelims. Tomorrow at 7 on Fox Sports 1.
Mighty Mouse Johnson. Perfect technique, lightning fast.
There's no one better. Dodson is the real threat. He has ridiculous one-punch knockout power. Whoa!
Andre Arlovsky right in the mix in the heavyweight title picture.
What a performance by Frank Mir!
UFC fans, the Octagon is back home right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as we welcome you to the official weigh-ins for UFC 191, Johnson versus Dodson 2. Tomorrow night, live on pay-per-view, the only flyweight champion in UFC history and one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world today, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, looks to defend his title for the 7th time in a rematch with the man who came closest to taking his belt. Ultimate Fighter Season 14 winner, John the Magician Dodson. Highly acclaimed as the most powerful puncher at 125 pounds. He will look for his 5th UFC knockout and to leave the Octagon as the new champion. Also tomorrow on pay-per-view, Andre Arlovsky, who became the champion at UFC 51 in 2005 and is coming off the best 4 minutes and 41 seconds in heavyweight history, faces fellow former heavyweight champion Frank Mir, who earned his belt at UFC 92 in 2008 and is coming off a highlight reel finish of Todd Duffy. We'd like to send out a special welcome to our UFC Fight Club members and thank our UFC sponsors. Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens. Harley Davidson, the only motorcycle worthy of being in the Octagon. Roll your own. Metro PCS, where you get nationwide coverage on the blazing fast 4G LTE T-Mobile network for just $30 period. And by Muscle Farm, fueling athletes safely. And now, to get the official weigh-ins for UFC 191 underway, here is Joe Rogan.
What's happening, my friends? Welcome to the weigh-ins. Ariane, Brittany, Vanessa, Chrissy, Dana White. Without him, none of this would be possible. Joe Silva, best matchmaker on the planet Earth. And we got a hell of a card for you, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to kick things off in the lightweight division. Joaquin Silva versus Nazareno Malagari. up on the scale, Nazareno Malagari.
Hold on, bro. 156.
156. And his opponent, Joaquin Silva.
$154 and a half.
154 and a half for Mr. Silva. First fight of the night, ladies and gentlemen. How about a nice round of applause for Joaquin Silva and Nazareno Malagari. The next fight takes place in the middleweight division. Joe Diesel Riggs versus Ron, the Choir Boy Stallings. Joe Diesel Riggs.
$187 and a half.
187 and a half. Ron Stallings and Joe Riggs, ladies and gentlemen, live on UFC Fight Pass. The next fight takes place on the Fox Sports 1 prelims. We kick things off in the featherweight division. Clay Collard versus Tiago Traynor. $146 for Tiago. Clay Collard. $146 for Mr. Collard. Tiago Trainer and Clay Collard, ladies and gentlemen. The next fight takes place in the women's bantamweight division. Jessica Andrade versus Raquel Pennington. $136 for Miss Pennington. And her opponent, Jessica Andrade. $134.5 for Miss Andrade. Raquel Pennington and Jessica Andrade, ladies and gentlemen. The next fight takes place in the Bantamweight division. Francisco Rivera versus John Lineker.
136.
136 from Mr. Rivera. That's an outstanding fight, ladies and gentlemen. John Lineker and Francisco Rivera. The next fight takes place in the lightweight division. Ross Pearson versus Paul Felder.
$155 and a half.
155 and a half from Mr. Felder. And his opponent, Ross Pearson. $155 and a half from Mr. Pearson. That is an outstanding fight, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Felder and Ross Pearson. Next, we move to the main card, live on pay-per-view. We kick things off in the women's strawweight division. Paige Van Zandt versus Alex Chambers. First up on the scale, Alex Chambers.
$115.
115 for Alex. And her opponent, Paige Van Zandt.
$116.
116 for 12 gauge Paige. Alex Chambers and Paige Van Zandt kicking things off on the pay-per-view card. Next, we move to the light heavyweight division. Jan Blachowicz versus Corey Anderson. 205 for Mr. Anderson. And his opponent, Jan Blachowicz. $205 for Mr. Blachowicz. Corey Anderson and Jan Blachowicz, ladies and gentlemen. The next fight also takes place in the light heavyweight division. Anthony Rumble Johnson versus Jimmy, the poster boy Manawa.
Hold on, man. Yo, big guy, put your hands down for a second. Thanks. $204.
204 from Mr. Manawa. And his opponent, Anthony Rumble Johnson.
$205.
205 for Rumble.
What do you think, Andre's gonna...
Another outstanding matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Jimmy Manawa and Rumble Johnson.
What are you looking at Andre coming in at?
Next fight takes place in the heavyweight division. The co-main event, Andre Arlovsky versus Frank Mir.
Ask Andre, what do you think he's gonna weigh? All right, we got Frank. Ask Frank, too.
$266 for the former UFC heavyweight champ, Frank Mir.
I think he's like
And
240.
his opponent, also former UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Andre Arlovsky.
237 and a half.
237 and a half from Mr. Arlovsky. The battle of the former heavyweight champions, ladies and gentlemen, Frank Mir and Andre Arlovsky. Now let's take a closer look at the two men involved in the main event of the evening.
Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson versus John Dodson is a rematch of one of the most competitive championship fights that Mighty Mouse has had in the UFC. John Dodson is a spectacularly athletic young man. And one thing that he brings to the table that almost no one has in that division is one-punch knockout power.
First round, dropped him. Same thing with the second round. I saw him fly across the cage like he was a little kid tossing into a pool. Demetrius Johnson wasn't as good as I thought he was going to be.
Dude, I give you 110% credit for dropping me. But let's not forget about the time when he was shying away through. He was going like this. That means they don't want to be here anymore. When I got dropped, I got the back up and went back there and fought.
I won those first 3 rounds, hands down, and he won the last 2. I won that fight. I just hate this dude so much because he has what's mine. I should have just knocked him out the first time.
John Dodson presents real danger. He's probably the fastest guy in a division of the fastest people in the UFC. The only guy who's as fast as him or close is Mighty Mouse. He, in my opinion, is the best pound-for-pound fighter on the planet Earth. I see a man who's doing everything correctly. His footwork, he always moves after shots. His submissions are excellent, and he finishes fights. This is the most competitive championship rematch in the history of the flyweight division.
Everyone hates our division because of Demetrius Johnson. Demetrius Johnson is one of the worthless fighters and champions that we have in the UFC. He's so bland.
You know, I'm not worried about what he thinks. I'm just slowly doing check marks for my legacy. I already have his name checked. I guess I'm gonna do a check and a circle around it.
All I know is that he's gonna walk into my fist and he's gonna hit the ground.
You said that last time, and I'm the one who's wearing gold.
I want to prove to the world that I'm better than him. I'm going to walk away with that belt.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the challenger, John Dodson. First up on the scale, the magician, John Dodson.
Hold on, big guy. 125.
125 for the challenger. And his opponent, the reigning, defending, undisputed flyweight champion of the world, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson.
Hold on, man. 124 and a half.
124 and a half for the champ. All right, I'm here with the challenger, John Dodson. John, your fight, your first fight with Mighty Mouse was one of the most spectacular fights in the history of the flyweight division. Give us your thoughts on tomorrow, what it means to you, and what's going to be different.
Only thing that's gonna be different is I'm gonna have my hand raised, and that's it. Mighty Mouse isn't gonna sit there and think that he's gonna walk away with the title. No.
Well, good luck to you, sir. I can't wait to watch. John Dodson, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with the champ. Demetrius, your first fight with Dodson was very competitive. It was an excellent fight. Give us your thoughts on Dodson as an opponent and what tomorrow night means to you.
How's everybody doing out there tonight? First off, at the fighters at the Foundation Room, come hang out. First fight was a great fight. You know, I've been training very hard. I've had 5 consecutive title defenses, and I had finishes in those. So I'm ready to go out there and push the pace. That's what I do with my fight style.
Good luck to you, sir. Can't wait to watch. Mighty Mouse Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you all tomorrow night. Thank you very much.
Demetrius Johnson!
That's the best fighter on the planet Earth. I'm telling you, that kid is the best.
John Dodson!
The man in that division with the most knockout power. Frank Mir is one of the greatest to ever fight in the heavyweight division.
Andre Arlovsky!
Rumble Johnson is the most dangerous guy in the division.
Paige Van Zandt!
Unbelievable!
They call me many things. An instigator.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm #1.
A troublemaker.
He says it, he means it.
Now they'll call me a king.
Conor McGregor takes over an all-new season of The Ultimate Fighter. Premieres Wednesday at 10 on Fox Sports 1.